Hiya, I'm Kate from Sheffield Parenting Team, and I'm just going to talk about how to get back into a sleep routine now lockdown's easing a little bit and we've got to go back to school. It's really difficult because a lot of us have developed some bad habits during lockdown. Some of us might have been staying up really late, talking to friends, watching Netflix, playing on PlayStation and sleeping in till lunchtime, 1-2 o'clock. So it's a bit of a shock for our bodies to have to get back into a routine now and get back to school. So the first thing I'm going to suggest is that we don't put too much pressure on ourselves and try and get in bed too early. If we're trying to get in bed at 8-9 o'clock, it might be a bit too early because we've been used to a late bedtime, so our body clocks might not agree with that and we might end up laying for hours trying to get to sleep. So think about what time you've been going to sleep roughly and work it back an hour and start the routine. This isn't going to be forever because we gradually need to bring that time back to a reasonable time, but initially to tweak your body clock, start at the time you've been falling asleep and work back an hour. So an hour before you go to sleep, and this is the bit that you guys don't like, is I'm going to suggest you turn your phones off, your laptops, your TVs, and that's because all your screens give out a light that break down your natural melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that your brain produces that makes you feel tired, and if you're in front of a light, it breaks it down, tricks your brain into thinking that it's daytime, and it'll keep you wide awake. So screens really don't help us get a good night's sleep. Then I'm going to suggest you do something that's hand-eye coordination. So that can be having a little draw, doodle on a bit of paper, doing a bit of doodling. It can be something like buttering your toast for your supper. Something hand-eye coordination, having a fiddle with a Rubik's Cube or some little puzzles, anything like that, just for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to suggest you have some kind of sleepy snack, and that can be something like cheese. It can be something like toast, as long as it's sort of wholemeal bread, avoiding sugary snacks. Cheese doesn't give you nightmares, it is a little bit of a myth, but a banana or a yogurt or something like that, all those foods have an amino acid in them called tryptophan, and that converts into melatonin, which is the hormone that we need to make us feel tired. So have a little sleepy snack. Then we suggest a bath or a shower. Now a bath or a shower is really good because what happens when you're in the bath is you get really hot, your body temperature rises, and then as you get out and you cool down, your body temperature drops to the perfect temperature for sleep. So sometimes if you have a bath, you might feel you're a little bit sleepy after, and that's why. Then after that, we suggest getting in bed and maybe reading a book or a magazine, maybe listen to some calm music, something like that. Maybe practice, I don't know if you do yoga or meditation or anything like that, have a little practice in bed, do some relaxation, and then turn your light off and fall asleep. If you've got music or anything like that, it's important to turn that off before bed as well. Just because if you do kind of have that on all night, it can disrupt your sleep. So yeah, they're the sort of six steps, and I know that it can be a bit worrying that maybe you won't wake up in the morning, maybe you're worrying that you're going back to school because you've got different teachers, different friendship groups, you might not be going into usual classrooms, and that's really normal to be worried, and that, you know, it can sometimes play on your mind. But if you just maybe try some relaxation before you try and go to sleep, and hopefully you should feel really, really chilled out at bedtime. We know that there are loads and loads of benefits of getting a good night's sleep. It can be really good for our skin, it can really be good for our hair, you know, it can stop us breaking out in spots, we can, you know, we have shiny hair, shiny cheeks, and it can keep us looking young and youthful. It can prevent wrinkles from occurring, but also it can help us listen better in school. It can help us, you know, when you're daydreaming out the window and the teacher comes and says, why haven't you done what I've asked you to, and you haven't got a clue what you're meant to be doing. Often, you know, it can help us focus, stay on task, and it'll help with our memory as well. So there's loads and loads of benefits for getting a good night's sleep, but it really is called your beauty sleep because it helps keep us looking beautiful. So give those little tips a try and see how you get on. Thank you.